Good morning, buenos dias, and welcome to Urban Update. I am Alberto Vasallo. Now, first off, let me get it out of the way. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there on this very special Sunday. We're going to actually have a few special moms on the show today. Also on the program, the wonderful South American country of Ecuador. We'll learn a little more about that nation and about the local Ecuadorian community. Also on this show, internationally renowned motivational expert and author Rabbi Stephen Bars shares his creativity and humor with a preview of his new book, Win. And even our faith leaders sometimes need a little training, especially when it comes to helping families have that very difficult end-of-life conversation, that in just a few. But up first, when children living in poverty do not have basic adequate clothing, they tend to not attend school or they perform poorly. Their learning ability is undeniably harmed. It is called clothing insecurity, and it is a very real issue for many families and children in our own Commonwealth. Enter Cradles to Crayons, which was founded on the philosophy of recycling quality children's items for newborns through the age of 12. Now this morning we have invited Karen Grant. She's the Vice President for Development for Cradles to Crayons, and she's going to tell us more about what we can all do to help alleviate this clothing insecurity, and also to update us on a couple of campaigns that you are involved with, including the Spring Initiative and some other cool stuff. So first of all, buenos dias, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Alberto. Thanks for having me
and for
today.
taking time out on Mother's Day, because you are a mom, right?
I am. It's one of my favorite days of the year. But
it should be.
Couldn't think of another place I'd rather be.
Two girls?
Two girls, yes.
Good. So, and they got something ready for you after, I'm hoping.
I'm hoping so too.
We'll get you out. We'll get you out. All right. So now we've done shows, and Lynn's been here before, founder 15 years ago. For those who don't know, overview of Cradles to Crayons.
Sure. So Cradles to Crayons, we provide essential items for children living in poverty situations so that they can thrive at school, at play, and in life.
Good, good. And you really rely on donations, right?
What's unique about our model is that it's a recycled program. So we look to families and children to clean out their closets, look at old toys that they're not using, and things that could have a second life, and to donate them to one of our giving factories. And so then we're able to package them up, sort them, and provide them to kids who really need them.
Right. And where are these kids from? They're from all over the Commonwealth?
All over the Commonwealth. So this year we're hoping to serve 145,000 kids living in poverty situations. Over 60% of the kids we serve reside right here in Boston.
Now, I did mention Lynn, who is the founder. She had been here before, and this started pretty much 15 years ago. I know the Reverend has mentioned, she saw you out in the hallway, that if you've been in Boston for the last 15, 20 years, you had heard of Cradles to Crayons. It's been an incredible kind of success story, right?
You know, it's one of those things that 15 years in some ways seems like a really long time, but in the life cycle of a nonprofit, it's short. And so to Lynn's credit, she had an idea when she saw her niece's closet and all the stuff that hadn't been used, and she realized, you know what, there's probably people who could use it. And so we started as a little factory in Quincy, and now we're a much bigger factory in Brighton.
Yeah, the big warehouse over there.
Big warehouse, the Giving Factory.
All right, so let's get into, I know you had you have a spring greening initiative, right, in Project 351. I know we have some photos of some folks out in front of a car wash.
Yes.
And pretty cool, right?
Yeah, you know, one of the great things about the work that we do is that we're able to find creative ways for corporations, foundations, individuals, and families to truly engage with our efforts. So one of the things we encourage in the spring, and this right here is our Giving Factory, and here's a partnership we did with Scrub-A-Dub this year, where they donated $5 for every car wash. Here's another great picture of the folks in our warehouse. That's our Boston staff, greatest staff ever.
You got a shout out to all of them.
Exactly. Here's one of our Project 351 ambassadors, you know, 8th graders all over the Commonwealth collecting clothes to support our mission.
That's pretty cool. And you are, in the next couple of weeks, getting ready to launch the, what's it called?
Our Ready for School initiative.
Ready for School.
On June 1st. So
June 1st.
That's where we will serve 70,000 kids by providing them with filled backpacks so that they can get ready to start the school year off strong.
So you'll start, and then in August, that's when you fill the backpack. Like, how many?
We will fill 40, and by we, all of our corporate volunteers, so right there, that was last year's Backpack-a-thon at the Reggie Lewis Center. We have almost 1,000 corporate volunteers, and they will stuff 40,000 backpacks in 2 hours.
All right, so earlier this week, I had two people say, hey, Alberto, if you have anything that we want to volunteer, you are ready to take them, right?
We will take your time, we will take your products, and we will take your financial support. So we are always looking for volunteers to come to the Giving Factory.
And how how do they get in contact with you?
You can go to our website, so it's cradlestocrayons.org. You can sign up for volunteer shifts. We do 2 shifts a day, Wednesday through Saturday. One of the greatest things about Cradles to Crayons is that if you want to volunteer with your family, we take children as young as 5 years old.
You know what? I saw some young ones there, right? Well, that was the first picture that Jen put up. So it's kind of a family thing. A lot of families do this together.
So many families volunteer together. It's a great way to introduce your children to philanthropy, to charity, to service, and to teach them the importance of giving back.
Yep. Well, thank you for giving back to the city of Boston. I know you grew up in the Bronx. Not going to mention
Go Mets!
what sports teams you are cheering for, although today we do go Celtics.
We go Celtics. We're agreeing today for the Celtics.
Okay, we will agree on that one. All right, Karen, great job at Cradles to Crayons. Say hi to everybody at the warehouse and to Lynn.
Thank you, Alberto. Thanks for having us.
And happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, training our faith leaders on helping families have that very difficult end-of-life conversation. All the details right here on Urban Update.